Okay, cool. So yes, follow the link there. It's in officialshq.com. It may say Ref Assist as 2.0 is the updated version. Okay. Once you're logged in and looking at filling in all the information about you, you have two options. So if I look, I'll show you here. This is my, nothing personal here. This is my email you can catch me on. But your name, your email that you're using for correspondence. What happens there is when we appoint you to games, you'll get a notification sent through to your email, and therefore you need to hit accept or decline that appointment. But the main things that you're going to have in your personal information is in the account section. Okay, so super important that we update information in here in account, but also you'll have dashboards. I'm just going to go to the dashboard. Two options. All right. So for my dashboard, it's pretty plain, right, at the moment, because it doesn't have any widgets. These are widgets, selections of items, so appointments, okay, past appointments. It could give up all the things that I've done in the past now. But if I want to also get notification, this little bell here gives me notifications. And then there's also communications, alerts, or anything like that. There'll be messages. So we might put out, we're looking for umpires for a trial game, or we're looking for umpires for a game we can't fill. There might be a message that goes out to all of our panel members that are registered through this system, or any notification that needs to go out, and it will be put in messages. So that's where you can see it here, and you might have it come up in a notification. Now also, other notifications that Officials HQ do, updates and whatnot, will be featured in there as well. So if I go back to account, now if I click on account, this might have some personal information in there. Again, no, that's all right. Down the side here, you can, I've cut my head off on purpose, right? Nah, I didn't mean to do that, but you can put a pretty picture in there. I think there might be a favourite sports person can be put in there if you're a fan. Here's where you can obviously change the password or update your password, that sort of thing. You can have preferences there as well for some of the widgets and some of the information that you want to look at. Contact details, that's probably important if you change your mobile number, okay, if you have to reset your password and link another different email account. So you're trying to get into here and changing that up there. This one's super important, your bank details as well, so we can pay you properly. And look, affiliation clubs is just something that they want to know if you're tied in with any clubs. For us, if it's, say you're tied in with this particular sports club, might help us to know where we can send you as far as you're close to that proximity. But obviously, we also know, we're suburbs as well for travel and transport for selection. What I'm talking about tonight, I want to address, obviously, there's a bit of a requirement from the AFL, not us doing this, but AFL wants you to complete some e-learning, okay? So some learning management system that we've got. Click that link, okay? So if you click the link in here, that tab, it will then say generate an online learning platform. So this is some of the modules that you'll need to complete, all right? And this thing, we're pushing to get it done by April 30th. At the moment, across the country, just so you're aware, 55% of registered members with HQ, so that's just registered members, have completed this particular module. We're a long way off, 45% off across the country. So in here, it will generate a link, and from there, hopefully, if I click that link, I've still got a browser. Might take you to another browser, a different page. Go to the learning, like here, it pops up, and it looks like this with all the AFL branding information. Okay, it has my name, as you know, I'm that one and the same person, and then looking in here, you can go across the top for any tools, tips, there's resources in there, any of that support that you may need. Have a little play, have a little look, but the things that we want you to complete, this one here, if you scroll down slightly, it says complete the Umpire education modules, okay? But if you were to search for it as well, as you go down, if you go down here to Umpire, okay, you'll notice there's an image of the two umpires there, okay? This is exactly where we want to be. All right, to do our modules. Now, there's going to be two options. There's going to be under 18 or over 18. That's relevant to you as the umpire, okay? So for me, I'm going to be choosing the over 18 module, okay? And it looks like this one here, the senior, okay? So if I was under 18, I'd complete the junior, okay, education modules, because it's all relevant, okay, to being an adult and the choices that we have to make as an adult in the room. Also on the side is the coaches side of things. So if you're a coach, I encourage you to do the coaches modules. And looking at it here, it gives you the course contents down the side here. So welcome to the season, safeguarding in umpiring. That's a lot around safeguarding child protection. Okay, that's a really big push, which I'll tie into providing you're working with children's check. I'm going to elaborate a little bit more in a moment. So safeguarding, respectful relationships, okay, and at the same time there's a few little easy quiz questions along the way, and it will give you a little congratulations, I've completed the course. It'll give you a notification. Now to check that you are up to date, you want to go back into your, once you've completed it, you can go back into your portal here, all right, and you can click on, let me see, where is it, Accreditations. So if I scroll down a little bit back here, I know I've probably jumped around, but I'm recording it. Bank details, address, affiliate, accreditations. Okay, so here's where I'm going to talk about these two things that are important in the list here. Accreditations, and it will show what you're accredited in. So you've done the modules, and then it should appear in here as well. Okay, ties in. I'm not going to click on mine because, yeah, anyway, there's a long story. There's a little bug in the system, but I have done my accreditations. Okay, trust me. Now, working with children. Have you been charged with a criminal offence? No, I haven't. Is it obtainable? Yes, it is. That's pretty much the questions that you answer when you register, and the information when you proceed to again a working with children's check. We would hope that you can say no to this criminal offence, because if you say yes to that, okay, it may take a little bit longer, and depending on what the nature of it is, where it's listed, it may be an issue, may not be. We're hoping that your working with children's check comes back clean slate, even though you may have an issue there. I have seen someone tick yes, yes, but it's not relevant. Charged with something completely different, right? But anyway, nothing ties in with working with children. So we'll make sure we get that reference number, okay, once you've got it back, and you should be able to put it into the system here, or supply it to our secretary. So secretary, CSLFUP secretary at gmail.com. That's David Curran. He wants to see a copy of that, reference that, and be able to keep a database to say, yes, we've got yours, we've cited yours. You could, and I'd love for everyone to be proactive with this, put it straight in the system. But the reason is, once it's in there, it's good for 5 years. Yeah? Valid for 5 years.
Just an
and you'll be able to upload that.
Just an observation. My working with children information wasn't in there when it was added up last year or the year before.
Yeah, it may not be because of the updates, little bugs in the system. Like I said, my accreditation says, you're not accredited. I am. Anyway, I've done the course. Just like, we've spoken, Paul. Just like the challenges you had, you sent me an email about it all as well. So that's what we really need to get sorted and be on top of. Modules by April 30. Okay, that's literally round 3, I think it is, or roundabouts for the main season. And then obviously by the time juniors start up, Mark, is about that too as well, your first round of football. So we'll make sure we're on top of that as soon as possible. So there's a chance that you now have been able to update your course material, go through this even now, pull out your phones and get on top of it, do it right now, and get through it. The other thing as well is important, I'll just quickly click through, is medical information. If there's any issues medically that you have, you need to be notified. We've had umpires with epilepsy, we've had umpires with medical conditions, asthma, anaphylaxis, all that sort of stuff, that's in there. Emergency contact, that's got to be the next thing. Say something happens to you on game day, we'll be able to get in touch with your emergency contact, so it's important that you list that there. And then obviously field boundary goal from role preferences as well is listed in there for what your umpiring journey looks like. So at the end of the day, you can save that, and that way your profile is good to go. And as I said, it's all listed in that account information right there. Is there any questions?